Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Real English channel. I am so glad you could join us today for a lesson that is quite literally out of this world. We are diving into one of the most famous and mysterious places on the planet, a spot that has inspired countless movies, late-night radio shows, and some of the wildest theories you will ever hear. Eli, I am talking about Area 51.
Oh, I've been waiting for this one. It is such a perfect topic for an English lesson because the vocabulary is just so rich. We get to talk about conspiracies, high-stakes military secrets, and maybe even a few little green men along the way. For those of you watching, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now so you don't miss any of our future deep dives into culture and language. And while you're at it, give this video a like. It really helps the channel grow.
It really does. Now, Area 51 is a place that everyone has heard of, but for decades, the government acted like it didn't even exist. It was not until August 2013 that the CIA officially acknowledged it. Think about that. For over 50 years, it was a ghost on the map. It's located about 83 miles north-northwest of Las Vegas, sitting right next to a dry lake bed called Groom Lake.
It's the ultimate keep-out zone. If you try to go there today, you're met with warning signs, electronic surveillance, and armed guards. It's even illegal to fly over it. But interestingly, because of modern technology, we can actually see it on satellite images now. It has these massive runways. One is up to 12,000 feet long.
Which raises the question, why do you need a 2-mile-long runway in the middle of a desert if you are not hiding something big? Today, we are going to explore the history of this base, the alien mythology that surrounds it, and some of the English words you need to describe the unexplained. So, let's dive into the dusty history of Paradise Ranch.
To understand Area 51, you have to go back way before the UFO rumors started. In the late 1800s, this area was actually known for mining. A man named Patrick Sheehan started the Groom mine there in 1889 because prospectors had found silver and lead. It was incredibly isolated. I mean, Las Vegas was not even a city until 1905.
It is hard to imagine a place that quiet becoming the center of global suspicion. The real shift happened during World War II, when the government started looking for places to train bomber pilots. They built a small airstrip called Indian Springs Auxiliary Field No. 1 right there. But the big turning point was 1954, during the Cold War.
That is when President Eisenhower got worried. He felt the US was flying blind when it came to Soviet military developments. He needed a way to peek over the Iron Curtain, so he commissioned a top-secret surveillance plane, the U-2 spy plane. But where do you test a plane that's supposed to be a secret?
They needed somewhere remote and unassuming. When a scouting group flew over Groom Lake, they saw that old airstrip and realized it was perfect. This is where we get a great bit of marketing history. Kelly Johnson, a Lockheed engineer, nicknamed the site Paradise Ranch just to make it sound more attractive to the workers who had to move to a dry, dusty desert with no nightlife.
I love that. Hey, come work at Paradise Ranch. And then you show up and it is just heat and sand. But those ranch hands, as the workers called themselves, were part of something massive. By 1964, the base had been totally overhauled into a high-tech spy plane factory with new runways and even disassembled naval housing units flown in to give people a place to sleep.
And the food was supposedly incredible. One former contractor, James Nose, mentioned in an interview that they had professional chefs from Las Vegas. You could get a steak at any time of the day or night. It sounds like they were living well while they built the future of aviation.
So here is where the English gets really interesting. We have to look at how a military base became synonymous with an alien landing. In the late 1950s and 1960s, people started reporting UFOs, unidentified flying objects. Mostly, these were commercial pilots flying at dusk.
This is a classic case of seeing something you cannot explain. These pilots would see bright, fiery disks in the sky. At the time, even the most advanced military aircraft flew below 40,000 feet, but the U-2 spy plane being tested at Area 51 flew at over 65,000 feet. If you are a pilot and you see something moving that high and that fast, and you do not know about the secret government project, what are you going to think?
Exactly. You are going to think it is out of this world. The Air Force actually had a program called Operation Blue Book to investigate these reports. They would check the sightings against the CIA's secret flight logs. When the logs matched, they would just tell the public it was a natural weather phenomenon to keep the U-2 secret.
That is such a great vocabulary word, phenomenon. It refers to something that is observed to happen, especially something whose cause is in question.
By calling it a weather phenomenon, the government was essentially using disinformation, spreading false info to hide the truth.
Annie Jacobson, who wrote a history of the base, actually says the CIA fostered this alien mythology on purpose. If people are looking for little green men, they are not looking for secret American spy planes. The flying saucer stories were the perfect cover for the SR-71 Blackbird and the F-117 Nighthawk, which also had its maiden flight there in 1981.
It is a brilliant strategy, isn't it? Use a conspiracy theory, which is a belief that some covert organization is responsible for a circumstance, to protect your actual secrets. It turned a high-security military risk into a sci-fi legend.
If the 1960s gave us the sightings, 1989 gave us the narrative that really stuck. That was the year a man named Robert, or Bob, Lazar went on a local Las Vegas news station with a wild story. He claimed he had worked at a place called Sector 4, which he said was an underground facility connected to Area 51 by a rail system.
Lazar's story is the stuff of legends. He claimed the government was trying to reverse engineer alien technology. To reverse engineer something means to take it apart to see how it works, so you can duplicate it. He specifically mentioned an antimatter reactor-powered spaceship.
He even claimed he saw medical photographs of aliens. Now here is the catch. No one has ever found a record of him actually working for the military or the government. He is a very controversial figure. Some people think he is a total fraud, while others point out that he seemed to have weirdly specific knowledge of the inner workings of places like Los Alamos National Lab.
Whether he was telling the truth or not, his interview gave the alien theory a lot of traction. In English, when an idea gets traction, it starts to gain support or become more popular. Lazar basically solidified the idea that there were extraterrestrials, creatures from another planet, associated with extraterrestrial ships and little green men.
And that leads to another great word, abduct. After these stories became popular, more people started claiming they had been abducted or kidnapped by aliens near the base. Some even said they were experimented on before being returned to Earth. It is amazing how one man's story can spark a whole subculture of believers.
It really shows the power of a revelation, a surprising and previously unknown fact that is made known to others. Even if that revelation is unproven, it changes the way everyone looks at those warning signs in the desert.
By the 1990s, Area 51 was basically the worst-kept secret in America. It had moved from the fringes of the paranormal community right into the middle of Hollywood. I mean, who could forget the movie Independence Day in 1996? That movie turned the base into a massive cultural icon.
And then you have the X-Files, which used the base as a shadowy backdrop for its episodes. It became the go-to setting for any science fiction or sci-fi story involving government cover-ups. This pop culture presence is why even people who have never been to the US know exactly what you are talking about when you mention Area 51.
It is also interesting to see how the local community reacted. The towns of Rachel and Hyco are the closest to the base. Rachel has a population of only 54 people, but they have totally embraced the alien mythology. You can find businesses there with alien-themed signs and souvenirs.
It is a smart move. If you live in the middle of nowhere, you might as well lean into the mystery. But even though it is a bit of a tourist attraction, the military side of things remains very real and very serious. The base today is part of the Nevada Test and Training Range, which covers over 2.9 million acres of land.
That is a huge restricted area. To restrict something means to put a limit on it or keep it under control. In this case, the public is strictly kept out. Even the workers do not commute by car. They use Janet Airlines, unmarked passenger jets that fly daily from a private terminal at Las Vegas's McCarran International Airport to somewhere in the desert.
Janet is such a mundane name for such a mysterious airline. It really adds to the enigma of the whole operation. An enigma is something that is mysterious, puzzling, or difficult to understand. Why have a secret airline for a base that doesn't exist? Well, we know now it does exist, but what they are doing there today is still a closely guarded secret.
This is my favorite part of the modern Area 51 story because it shows the power of the internet. In June 2019, a 21-year-old student named Maddie Roberts created a Facebook event as a joke. He called it Storm Area 51. They can't stop all of us.
I remember this. The idea was that if everyone ran toward the base at the same time, they could not stop everyone, and people could finally see them aliens. It was obviously a joke, but it went viral. Within days, 2 million people had clicked going on the Facebook event.
2 million people. The Air Force was not laughing, though. They issued a very stern warning. They said Area 51 is an open training range and that they stand ready to protect America and its assets. Basically, they were saying, do not even try it.
When the actual date, September 20, 2019, rolled around, people were bracing for a disaster. But what actually happened was more like a festival. About 1,500 people showed up in the desert in alien onesies and inflatable alien suits. It was called Alien Stock.
It sounds like a lot of fun, honestly. Only about 40 people actually made it as far as the outskirts of the base. They mostly just stood there and chanted for a bit. There was one arrest, but not for trespassing. It was for public urination.
It just goes to show how much traction these legends have in our collective imagination. Even as a joke, the idea of finally deciphering the secret of Area 51 was enough to get thousands of people to drive into the middle of a desert. To decipher means to succeed in understanding, interpreting, or identifying something obscure. We all want to be the ones to solve the enigma.
So, if it is not aliens, what is it? Official information is still very sparse, but experts like Annie Jacobson say it is still a test and training facility. It started with the U-2 in the 50s, then the SR-71, and now it has moved on to drones.
Drones are unmanned aircraft, and they are a huge part of modern espionage. Espionage is the practice of spying or using spies, typically by governments, to obtain political and military information. Area 51 is where the military develops its most cutting-edge technology.
About 1,500 people are believed to work there today. It is a massive operation, and the government's interest in unidentified phenomena has not actually gone away. In 2017, the Pentagon admitted they had been running a secret multi-million-dollar program to investigate UFOs for years.
And just in August 2020, they announced a new task force to understand the nature and origin of these sightings. They even released 3 videos taken by Navy pilots showing interactions with objects that are flying incredibly fast with no obvious propulsion. Propulsion is the action of driving or pushing forward an object.
Those videos are wild. Even with all our technology, the military says they have no explanation for what is in them. It makes you wonder if the alien mythology the CIA supposedly fostered decades ago might have actually been closer to the truth than they wanted to admit.
It's a fascinating thought. Whether it is advanced human technology we are not supposed to know about yet, or something else entirely, Area 51 remains the heart of the mystery. The government says it is about national security interests, which is a very broad term they use to justify keeping things under wraps.
Since this is an English lesson, let's take a second to look at some of the phrasal verbs and out-of-this-world vocabulary we have been using. These are great for when you want to speculate or form a theory without firm evidence.
One great set of phrasal verbs uses the word keep. For example, the military wants to keep out the public and keep away from unwanted attention. They also have to keep up their level of secrecy to protect their assets.
And what about the word vanish? It means to disappear suddenly and completely, like the little green men that people claim to see before they teleport away. Teleporting is a sci-fi staple. It means moving from one place to another instantly.
We also talked about conspiracy and revelation. A conspiracy is that secret plan by a group to do something unlawful or harmful, and a revelation is when that secret finally falls through or is revealed to the world.
I also like the word intrigued. If you are intrigued by something, you are very interested in it because it seems unusual or mysterious. I think it is safe to say that most of the world is intrigued by Area 51. It is a credible mystery, meaning it is convincing or able to be believed.
Exactly. And when you are trying to solve a mystery, you have to comply with the facts you have. To comply means to act in accordance with a wish or command. In this case, we have to look at the evidence and decide for ourselves what is make-believe and what is real life.
So, how can you use this topic to improve your English? First, I want you to speculate in the comments. What do you think is really going on at Area 51? Use words like, I suspect, it is possible that, or some people claim. This is great practice for expressing uncertainty in theories.
You can also practice your descriptive writing. Gabriele, an ESL blogger, suggests describing what you think an alien looks like. Are they short with big heads and big eyes? Are they green? Writing out these descriptions helps you practice adjectives and physical descriptions.
Another great exercise is to look for real-life applications of these mysteries. Think about how security measures have changed because of events like the Storm Area 51 movement, or even the D.B. Cooper hijacking we might talk about another time. Understanding how a mystery influences society is a high-level English skill.
And do not forget to watch some sci-fi movies. Watching Independence Day or The X-Files with subtitles is a fantastic way to hear this vocabulary in context. You will hear words like unidentified, surveillance, and classified over and over again.
Finally, try to debate these theories with a friend. One person can play the skeptic who believes it is all just military testing, and the other can play the believer who thinks there is alien technology involved. Use phrasal verbs like give in to a point or hold out for more evidence.
It is all about engaging with the material. The more you use these words to talk about something as exciting as Area 51, the more they will stick in your memory.
As we bring this to a close, it is worth reflecting on why Area 51 captures our imagination so much. According to a poll from June 2020, more than half of Americans think that if the government had evidence of UFOs, they would hide it from the public. Only 22% think the info would be made public.
That level of distrust is exactly what keeps these mysteries alive. Whether it is a weather balloon, as the government claimed about the 1947 Roswell crash, or an actual spacecraft, we may never know the full truth. But the search for the truth is what makes it so fascinating.
It really is. Even if it is just a place where they test drones and spy planes, the fact that it is so off-limits makes us want to peek behind the curtain. It reminds us that there are still parts of our own world that are unsolved.
So to everyone listening, what is a mystery in your own country that people are intrigued by? Is there a secret base or a legend that everyone knows but no one can explain? Take a moment to think about how you would describe that mystery using the English words we learned today.
That is a great way to apply what you have learned. We have covered a lot of ground today, from silver mines to flying saucers and antimatter reactors. I hope this helps you feel more confident talking about the unknown.
Thank you so much for joining us on the Real English channel. If you enjoyed this lesson, please leave a comment below with your own Area 51 theories. We would love to read them. And do not forget to like and subscribe for more lessons that help you master English through the world's most interesting stories. Goodbye for now.
See you in the next one, and keep your eyes on the skies. Goodbye.